So when I was recording the names of the graves, I suddenly felt a very strong hug from behind. Look around, nobody. Yeah. The weird part was, it would happen at exactly 12 o'clock. Midday.
Welcome to another episode of Haunting History, where Singapore's past lingers in whispers and shadow. Tonight, we take a turn down Siglap Road to a place where the living dwells beside the dead, and sometimes the veil thins. Our destinations today, I've got two places for you, is Kubur Kassim and Tok Lasam. Some people believe that this place are watched over by unseen eyes. You're going to go to check these places out where the sun is still bright in the sky, because where we are going, there's absolutely no light once it comes nightfall. But I won't be alone today. With me is a man who has spent many nights in this cemetery, and he has a story to tell. Come, let's walk. Sarafian!
Hello, Eugene.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Now we are coming back to a place that you are very familiar with.
Yes, I'm quite familiar.
So people know you as Sarafian,
Yes.
but there are also a group of people who know you as Tua Bugis. And there's a group of people who know you online as a guy who walks around cemetery documenting it.
Yes.
So today, what I wanted us to do is to match history with the folklore. We're going to tell the story about Kubur Kassim.
Okay, Kubur Kassim was officially opened in 1921. Okay, and it was actually taken care by this businessman and a shipping agent, Syed Anak Kassim. When he became very wealthy, he wanted to expand his business and ownership of property.
Yeah.
He bought a strip of land, at Upper Changi Road, which is today Jalan Masjid. He built a mosque. Okay. At the same time, British government offered him a piece of land to look after a plot of cemetery that is at Shadowy Hill, which is Siglap. So he said, okay, no problem. It's also good so that he can manage the burial of Muslims in this plot of land.
This is one of those graveyards that's just holding on to time, not letting go. And I think for good measure as well.
Yes.
Many people say that this is sacred land. I also heard that this is the resting spot of some notable saints, some important people.
The history of this Siglap cemetery goes all the way back in till the 1600.
Wow.
1800.
Okay.
I mean, if you can really recall some of the scholarly charts, especially this gentleman called Gorindo de Iridia.
I have no idea.
Okay, he's a Portuguese cartographer.
Okay.
He mapped the coastal location of Singapore's eastern location, and that's where, when he heard a drum from the coastline, he asked the Orang Laut navigator. He asked, "What's that drum?" That's a beduk. So a beduk is a drum where the Muslims call for prayers.
Oh,
Beduk.
we learned something new today. What's interesting about Kubur Kassim, I found, is that about 3,400 bodies lie buried within the space. And if you walk in here, you'll see yellow tombs, green tombs, and some of them are extremely old, falling apart.
Yes.
What I've heard, 70% of its residents are practitioners, are shamans, healers. That when they were alive, these were doctors of today's age.
Yes, correct. Now, speaking of doctors, we have the first Muslim doctor here buried in Kubur Kassim. So, do you want to sit now?
Well, why not?
Okay, come, let's go.
Okay, let's. And what about this one? I'm very curious about this one. Of all the places in this cemetery, this is the one that has shelter and there's with fresh flowers. So that tells me every day someone's there.
He's a scholar. He wrote books. He wrote holy scripts, religious scripts. He wanted to be buried here. And he was the last person to be buried, which was in 1971. Because I was told that in 1968, this place stopped burying because of the houses around it.
I see there's 3 graves in this.
I met the family about 5 years ago. She told me that is Dr. Munshi. Then the one in front is the wife. Dr. Munshi, he's the first Muslim doctor in Singapore. Most of the Muslims were against him.
Against him?
Against him because you know why? They say that these are Western medicine.
Oh.
They still believe in Bomo, they still believe in spiritual healing, they still believe in herbs and so on.
I was just there, I saw a keramat. Now, Omi was just observing me from afar. So he was going to share with me an oral narrative about what he believes the original history to be. He says that Tok Lasam arrived before Raffles, before 1819, right? And when he arrived, he's obviously a Raja, coming from Indonesia, with his retinue of men, and they were chased out by the Dutch. So that would put that era somewhere between the late 1700s to the early 1800s. And when he fled to Singapore, there was already a Sultan in Singapore. So he did not want to show that he was a king, right? He was trying to low profile, he escaped from Indonesia. So he was looking around for a place to stay. So he asked the people, is there any land I can build my kampung? People say, oh, you can go down and point to, they point to this area. Like, back there was forests and swamps. That's the only land available. But it's always dark. Even when you go in the afternoon, the sun will not reach the ground. It will always be dark. So they call it the dark place. Itulah, Siglap tu. He tried to build the house. Apparently, according to legend, he was attacked by Pontianak. Not one, but many. It was a Pontianak infestation here. So he take out his kris, plunge it in the ground, and he challenged them. He says, I now use my authority to claim this land. And the Pontianak all fled this place.
When I met with a family who gave me the genealogy of kings, keluarga Pagaruyung from Sumatra. Yeah, they came to Singapore sometime in the year 1811. They crossed over Sumatra from Pagaruyung. They crossed over the Singapore Old Straits and they reached Kallang. So when they reached Kallang, there were already Bugis traders there. The first version I want to share with you was, he settled here with hundreds of his men. He changed his name from Raja Sarafian to Tok Lasam because he don't want to be hunted down by the family in Sumatra. On the 3rd of March 1821, there was a total eclipse.
Dang.
He happened to be one of the loudest guys here. And he said, gelap. So it became Siglap. Siglap means the darkness. That's where the name was born.
Okay, so
that's
I love it, right?
That's one version. Now the second one, when I checked with the NES Geography Department, they said that this place was once covered with mangrove. Mangrove, decomposed mangrove wood, and the beach was covered with dark liquid decomposed material. And because of that, they call this place Siglap. Siglap has many stories actually.
Speaking of development, looking at how fast Singapore is developing, looking at how much of the history and our past that we have to bury to ensure our future. It makes me sad that a lot of these relics are just wiped away or ignored and at risk of perhaps being taken over and have this big plot of land, build a shopping mall here or a condo. I imagine you cannot stop progress, and land scarce like Singapore, they can't blame the government for needing to take back the land for development. But at the same time, it saddens me so much to know that whatever that we are walking through right now, whatever we are seeing, it's so transient.
I mean, preserving heritage and development is like a balancing act, isn't it? So reclamation actually saves all this heritage relics. But then again, like what you said, one day this has to go.
One other question. Since the legend we talked about the Pontianak, you know anything about the Pontianak on this place?
Pontianak's stories or experiences happen more at Kampung Hajijah. They're just like moving on the roof. You could hear like a claw being dragged.
These keramats aren't just graves. They are a relic of faith, culture, and quiet resistance. In a city like ours that paves the past to build its future, these keramats are silent sentinels, reminding us that not all stories are easily forgotten. The next time you walk by Siglap and you feel a cold breeze or feel like someone's watching you, maybe it's just the wind, or maybe someone is reminding you that in Singapore's race towards modernity, the spirits of the old still walk beside us. My name is Eugene, and you're watching Haunting History. Until next time, keep your voice low and your footsteps light.
That's why I was talking to you also. I was talking to you there, so I thought I saw somebody behind you. If you see my eyes looking behind, this tall, thin man, very triangular head. So I saw behind. Just appear.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my God.